All right. Today we're not actually on romhacking.net. We're taking a look at Star Trinket translations. And so this is the translation for Custom Robo. Strangely enough, they don't actually mention their name anywhere on their site, but this is startrinket.com. All right, hello and welcome to Now in English. Today I've got a very special thing going. I've got my custom N64 emulator, so accurate, it even emulates the interlacing artifacts. I'm just kidding, of course, this is actually a real N64. But just so I maintain my emulator cred, this is an EverDrive 64. So, that's fine. So I guess I started, and now I'm restarting. Anyway, what's very incredibly unfortunate is you navigate all of these menus using the analog stick. But the problem with the analog stick, or at least mine, is that it is immensely loose. And so it's just wiggling all over the place, completely uncontrollable. It's just a bother. I would really prefer D-pads. And especially, too, did you see those nice sprite letters? Now, I mean, N64 games have sprites. Well, okay, we haven't really seen any sprites yet, but this game is very sprite-based. If you ignore this 3D cutscene, dun-dun-dun-dun, sprites! Maybe not necessarily the most elegant of sprites. Here they're going for maybe sort of a 3D rendered, but at least Cat's mom looks fairly nice. Unfortunately, there aren't a lot of sprite-based games for the N64. I mean, that kind of wasn't the whole deal. Like, it was all about making things 3D. It was all about kind of moving on. And anyway, the N64 actually did 3D the best, or so I've heard. So it kind of makes sense that there's no sprites, but it still sucks. So anyway, welcome to the world of Custom Robo. So, Custom Robo, I always assumed it'd be like Metabots, where you get like a small little robot to play with, but from all the scenes I've seen, it almost seems like it's battle armor. So, let's solve that mystery. Dead. Oh, that sounds cool. Oh, is Cat smart enough to know how to use it? I mean, he's only a kindergartner. It's like, yeah, let's give him death robots. We'll see how they deal with it. Oh man, Shinichi, he's probably real good, right? Yeah, right. Ask him about a lot of things. see if you can get him help on your homework. Oh no, is this Shinichi? Oh my god. Well, he's wearing glasses, right? So you know he's got to be smart. Is that a custom robo? Even though I came to your house exclusively for the purpose of teaching you how to do custom robo? Oh, I'm a commander. I love how all these little games have their own little terminology. And I mean, I'm sure commander was like the translator's choice, but I'm sure there was some term in Japanese. And it sounds so silly. Like Megaman Battle Network has operator and... Oh, iScan. Ooh. But it's just, yeah, operator, NetNavi, what else? So silly. It looks like a Pokeball if you kind of squint, you know? Oh man, your partner for life. You want a better one? No dice. You're gonna have your old guy just hanging around, giving you them puppy dog eyes, and you can never throw it away. I feel like it's implied the dad's like, do your best if you can. I don't know. I have no faith in you. Wow. Actually, this whole environment is vaguely reminiscent of Mega Man Battle Network. There was also some game for the Game Boy where you had like robots and you fought against other kids. It wasn't the Dokapon, like you could only see the hands and arms. It was sort of a it was more like this, and you could like actually choose which model you wanted to start out with. I think I actually replayed it on emulation, and well, it wasn't actually very good. But it was kind of gratifying to play a game that I had seen as a kid in Nintendo Power and like kind of wanted to play. Okay, please let me control with the D-pad. No D-pad control. Oh boy, only the finest precision analog control for you. Can you imagine playing a Super Nintendo game with an analog stick? We don't have to, that's what we're doing right now. Okay, so I am going to talk to everybody in this room. I personally am fine with that, you might not be, so I'll put it in fast forward, and if you want to see what I'm doing, you could actually use the YouTube thing and put it at half speed. I'll put it at 4 times fast forward, so it still won't really work for you, but yeah, give it a shot, right? Well, he's got my number. Okay, maybe I'm not gonna fast forward. The translators really did a number in making this dialogue pretty good, actually. Well, come on. It's like the game doesn't want me to lie. Whoa! Bad attitude. Custom portrait. He's obviously my rival. What? Oh, so you can't skip with B button. So that means you advance text scenes with A button. Oh, we already talked to you. Which means you're always in danger of talking to the same person twice. I mean, there I just talked to the same person twice, but it wasn't exactly for that reason. Captain, are you a commander as well? You seem to be listening what everyone has to say, whether you should or not. Well, it's not so much that I forgot to talk to somebody, it's that I physically cannot. What the heck? Oh, geez, that was harder than I thought it would be. Well. Ooh, the story advances. You know, it just occurred to me, if navigating in this, like, space is hard enough with my analog stick, I can only imagine what the actual battles are going to be like. Then I have nothing to say to you. Get out of my sight. Oh, thanks. I see. The problem is he has to actually travel some amount of distance before he actually, like, has that facing, which is very unfortunate when you're, like, right in front of somebody and you want to turn around. It's like you can't. Oh, cool. You don't seem to own any data. Okay. Oh, I see. Data is some sort of currency. Alright, Shinichi. Doesn't seem like that big of a town, though. Oh, okay. I thought he would get mad at me or something, but no. Shinichi's a fairly agreeable chap. I don't know why, but the line just cracks me up. I saw it in the intro cutscene. It seems so hokey. Although this does seem to, like, anticipate Gundam build fighters, so that's kind of an interesting factoid. It might look complicated, but it's a lot easier to see in practice. Oh, okay. Oh, I see. Okay, so I'm the Ray. Unfortunately, not only... Nope, still no D-pad. Oh, this is a real bother. You know what? This is almost worth switching to the other controller for. Alright, I give up. It's all the way over there. Ooh. Can you zoom? Oh, that's right. There's only the one stick. So you can't even zoom all that well. Ooh, pose. That's kind of neat. What is it? It's this pose. Yeah, this pose. It looks like the Gundam pose that you can do on... What is it? Gundam Build Fighters? Gundam... I played the heck out of it. Oh well. Ooh, S practice. Okay. So you shoot with A button. I don't know why I'm bothering to practice. Oh, cool. Alright, so it looks like C buttons are mobility of sorts. No, never mind. C button just has you charge. R button jumps. Oh, okay. Yeah, Z button seems to shoot an alternate shot, and B button is another alternate shot. Okay, seems simple enough. D-pad. D-pad does nothing, L button does nothing. Oh. Well, I could have changed the controls, but I already figured it out. Ooh, the simplest one. Help. Oh my. Well, alright. Easiest fight in the game, but you gotta come at it prepared, right? So this is the cannon bot. It's gonna shoot you. You can move it around. See? I explained what he did in 3 tech scenes. Also, I assume, based on how you're facing, then you get you can either get up or down faster. But hey, wait, I took it. Oh, I see. So you can hoist by your own guitar. No. Oh yeah. Right. I think you can get hit in your own explosions. That's how I've actually taken damage, despite Shinichi's vow of non-violence. Oh, interesting. I wonder if they're called stingrays. And you can shoot somebody if they're down. That's kind of an interesting factoid. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Oh my. So that ram attack, it looked like a useless mobility maneuver, but as you see, I am doing like 100 some odd damage ramming. That's quite... Jeez. I was not expecting that. Look at all those kids just tossing their custom Robo cubes. They look like kids playing with Pokeballs in Pokemon. Oh no. Don't attack me. I don't know that I can handle that. I can totally handle that. Don't worry. Well, of course, I'm just going to try and ram him, because I've heard that that's the best way to go. Well, maybe I'll use a Z, you know? It's kind of interesting. You play like a neat little game of chicken. It's like, oh, are you going there? Well, I'm going here. Well, maybe you're going there. Well, I'll go here. Aw, come on. Alright, there we go. Action. Oh, come on. I see. That hurts me about as much as it hurts them. But it does hurt them. Oh, that is so cool. So you can ram them, and then you can run into them. Oh, how much damage does my gun do? Oh, it can do about 100 as well. So I guess it's no slouch, neither. Interesting. Well, the controls are actually pretty coarse, so it doesn't actually matter how sensitive my analog stick is. Unfortunately, I still have to talk to people, so it'll matter then. But right now it's okay. Okay. Sure, well... Did you catch that? They're called Holosseums. That's actually pretty good. No, I'm a fast learner. Oh, fatty vice type. I feel like we're trying to say something with that. It's like, oh, fatty vice. Alright, well, let's give it a go. Oh, I wonder if the pro strat is like anticipating which one will come up first. Oh, I see. So you can pretty much only do one attack at a time. So while you do have many different types of attacks, you have to kind of balance it out. Oh wow. But yeah, if you do play your cards right, you can do some pretty serious wombo comboing, so that's interesting. Like, it's interesting that there's there's such a lack of invulnerability frames. Because you can like slam into them and then you can immediately follow up with a shot. Most of their fighting games, like typically you like slam into them, they take their 100 and then they would just like fall down. Did I get any sort of currency for that? You don't handle it like a beginner. It's like, this is my first video game, you know? Interesting. Why are we doing this then if there's no currency to win? So I wonder if endurance actually... Oh, yeah, whatever. Wild soldier type, Schmidt. It's funny because he looks like Neo Germany from G Gundam. Wow. Oh, head. Too slow, Joe. Oh, I see. So you get kind of a delay with your charging. This guy was not kidding. His Robo is not bad. Of course, my pro strategy of charge and then attack is just unbeatable, but still. Oh, I see. So if you mess up your charge, then you just look like a doofus. Of course, charges do like 100 damage, so it's always worth it to charge, but still. Oh, I wonder if I should just make a super speed type and just charge into them. Well, I mean, pretty much speed and then damage is the way to do it. Ooh, arcade mode. Wait, her loss? It sounds like it was your loss. Oh, I see. He's admitting that she would have, well. Yeah, sure. He told me absolutely nothing interesting. Ooh, this boy is a portrait. That means he's important. Oh, I see. This guy refused my challenge. That means he's comic relief. Also, I hear tells that we can exchange data for extra robot things. Ooh, a speed pod. I keep going to that D-pad. I keep expecting it to work. Oh, okay. Look, it's Hayao. Just kidding. Oh, that's Karin. I've heard a lot about him. What? Karin is a girl? No way. Unprecedented. I'm pretty sure he said Ojo-chan or whatever in the actual Japanese. And I think it has slightly different connotations than Miss, so I'm pretty sure that joke made a little more sense in Japanese, but it's mostly just because we don't have honorifics in English. I think. I am sort of just talking out my ass here because I don't actually know. Shinny Boo. Oh, we're cousins. Well, that's kind of disappointing. I just assumed you were just some dorky guy. Now that means I'm like a quarter dorky guy. That kind of makes me wonder though, mom or dad's side, right? Well, those other guys were sucky. Yeah, no, don't worry, man. I can see the generated part. It just, that generated part kind of sucks. If you forget how to... if you forget how to use your robot halfway through, you can check the controls. Oh, that's pretty good. Aerial beauty type. Nice. Well, I feel like we're ready for this. And of course, when I beat her, she'll be like, oh, pretty good for a rookie, but I wasn't playing serious. Oh, that's kind of cute. We're in the park, so we're playing in the park. Heads up, pal. Oh, wow. She is actually somewhat better than the ones I've seen so far. I wouldn't exactly classify her as, like, good. Oh, I see, you can't, like, dash at them through gunfire. This game is harder than I would have expected. Oh man, there's actually some tactics to this game, because you have to kind of maneuver around like all the obstacles, and your attacks are on like slight timers, so you have to like let them recharge. But still. Oh yeah, three-way gun. That's pretty good, because I'm a little jealous of a three-way gun. Yeah. Learned a lot. Did I learn how to navigate town on my own, Shinichi? Let's go home as the crows do. Is that a joke in English, or a joke in Japanese, or just a flat line? Cold joke. Well, normally this is when I'd stop the, now in English, but unfortunately I really want to keep playing. So, I guess you're free to go. But if you want to keep watching, which, I mean, you've made it this far, so let's find out together. What's the three-way shot? What other dangers can we happen? Will we win the tournament? The answers are yes, not so many, and obviously. Whoa, look at the power vested. Oh, I accidentally walked to school. Why are there holocaust at the school? Whoa, that's crazy. So we can actually travel to other towns and do battle there. Did we? I actually can't remember. Oh, she was watching the main event. Okay, now I remember. You guys haven't mentioned me at all. I'm here too, you know. Oh, interesting. So, analog stick being what it is, there's actually a slow speed, and then there's a fast speed. Now, obviously, why would you travel at anything other than full speed? But still, it's kind of neat. I've got great instincts. Dash at your opponent, and then when you hit them, follow up with your normal attack. Those are my great instincts. Ooh, fast speed. Seems like it's... Now that is the first hint that he said that I didn't actually already know. Pico, huh? Little sprinter type. Maybe she could do a lot of dash damage. Still though, you want to have that invincibility frames so that you can just like run right through their shots and knock them out. Come on, heads. Oh, bummer. A lot of good it did. Hey! Somebody knows a good part when she sees one. My super winning strategy just will not hack it anymore. On the bright side, the triple shot does seem to do a lot more damage than the single shot does. You might not necessarily expect this because the description makes it sound like this single shot does like, well, the triple shot does less damage. But no, triple shot does quite a bit of damage actually. Even more if you can hit them with all three. Come on, one good dash will do it. Oh. I thought it was blowing smoke, but one good dash did actually do it. Oh boy, not a standard pod. I already actually have one of those. Oh, maybe if I fight her enough, I can get a Pico. No, I understood what you're... Okay, at first I thought being a ninja would be cool, because maybe he looked like Schmidt, but no. That guy is the dorkiest looking robot I've ever seen. I kind of like this RPG, because it's like the random battles are actually kind of computer or player controlled. They're action based, they're fun, but you can still customize your weapons. So it's got a lot of everything that I like in games. Oh man, you can really wombo them. You just gotta anticipate. Oh, I see, because he's jumping around like a doofus. But what comes up must come down. Oh, his standard pods are blue. That's fancy. Maybe he has non-standard pods. Ooh, the faint pod. You know, that sounds cool enough. I'm actually going to check that out. I may have made an error. Oh, I made a big boo-boo. Well, it was only a matter of time before something like this happened. Oh, I see. Well, it happens every time. So that was custom Robo for the N64. I mean, I had to stop it at some point in time, otherwise I'd have just played this game the whole way through, so I guess it's no great loss. But man, this game actually seems really cool. And there are a lot of comments around that are like, oh man, I'm glad this game's in, or no, it's like, man, I love this game even though I couldn't understand any of this. But now that it's in English, well, you can understand it all you can handle. And honestly, it's a pretty easy game to understand, so I don't know how well it works in an N64 emulator, but if you've got an N64 EverDrive, go ahead, patch that sucker. I recommend beat BPS to patch it, because it's a BPS patch. But once you've got it running, then no, you are set up and ready and good to go. Honestly, it's a cool enough game that I would definitely go check it out. But unfortunately, I lost a significant amount of progress, so I'm feeling a slight bit discouraged, and I think I'll call it a day. So, on that note, this cat's got a scat.